No Jeffrey tonight.
I'm wrong. How dare you come here claiming the earth is not rising? No! I tell you, the earth is moving. Moving, causes moving. Stop your wee fanny rant. You have no way out. Stop being retarded. You are nothing but charlatans. Stop you sneezers. Stop or else. I'm sick of you shit. Just no. How dare you? Stop your wee fanny rant. You have no way out. Stop being retarded. You are nothing but charlatans. Stop you sneezers. Stop or else. I'm sick of you shit. Just no. How dare you? How dare you, station earthers, tell me I'm wrong? How dare you come here claiming the earth is not rising? No, I tell you, the earth is moving. Moving causes moving. Moving causes moving. Moving causes moving. Stop your wee fanny rant. You have no way out. Stop being retarded. You are nothing but charlatans. Stop you station earthers. Stop or else. I'm sick of you shit. Just no. How dare you?
Yo, Flaps, how's it going? I hope you're all doing well. It's good to see you all here. We got Michael Kahn and Peter Cruikshank in Ellemnet. How you guys doing?
Hello.
It's good.
Oh, that was perfect.
Just thought I'd have a bit of a different intro tonight.
Oh, it was good. I like that.
New. But it's good to see you guys. Yeah, guys, tonight we're going to be doing a review of the debate between Witsit Kai with Witsit and Kai against what's the name? A David and a Jake. I haven't watched it yet, but it was Michael told me it might be good to look at.
Mate, like I said, the last one we did, and I said them two ballers were the stupidest ever. I changed my mind.
So these are the stupidest.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Hey, Dislord popped in. How's it going, man?
Hey guys.
Good to see you.
Hey. Yeah, been busy for a couple of days, but back in town.
I'm glad you could make it. So it's
Hello.
good to have you here. I guess I was just gonna say hi to everybody in chat. It's good to see you guys. Igor, Guji, good to see you. The guy thinks electrolysis somehow violates the first law of thermodynamics. Poor guy. Hey, Swamp Boy, good to see you too. Michael Khan is in. Mr. Schooler, hello. Thank you for coming into the break. It's glad you could make it, mate. Two Wolves, thank you for coming. It's always good to see you too. PJ Cruikshank, obviously here. Who else did I see there? I saw, yeah, the Chugfish. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Paula sent the Chug, so it's good to see you. Paula's ace. Moxie, hello. Thank you for coming. TY Smokes, great to have you here. Arwen, also good to see you, mate. Illis G, great to have you here too. Ryan S, glad to have you, mate. Haven't seen you in a while, so it's good to see you back. And here, Charlie Welsh, hello. Thank you for coming. Richard G, what's up, mate? Dalla. Goeiemôre, ek's bly jy kon dit maak, meneer. Always good to see the South Africans here as well. Flat Sage, thank you for coming, mate. You rock, and Paula in. Hello. So yeah, guys, you are what is that? Moxie says, what the F, lads? Probably talking about the intro.
Good intro, innit?
I just thought it's a bit of a fun thing to have. So
It was cool.
Oh, modern day debate. Yes, I've seen them before. I'm shocked at the stupidity from
Yeah,
what
but-
I've seen on that.
And that new moderator guy's not much better either. is he?
Ryan's just getting worse, though, to be honest.
It's shocking.
Oh, is that? Wow. Oh, he looks a little different now. Wow.
Yeah, changed hair, huh?
Well, he is no good. Well,
Look, he's not
usually
bad. He's not bad. He
Yeah.
just he struggles. If I
Yeah,
put it
he's
that
not.
way.
He's not like he tries to be biased or anything, but he just doesn't like saying. He doesn't
He
like
doesn't.
saying.
He doesn't take charge. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
exactly.
And a
has a
moderator has to take
very-
charge.
He has a very feminine vibe to him. I don't know if it's just me.
Well, he's
Yeah,
to
he's
be
got-
honest.
Definitely
To
got
be
one.
honest, I think I saw his girlfriend or what. I don't know if it's his girlfriend or his
he's
wife.
right.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
right.
he
He's
mentioned
right.
She looks.
girlfriend, but
She looks a bit manlier than him. To be honest.
Okay. I would never have thought he had a girlfriend when I heard him speak and everything. He's very feminine, if you ask me. I would have guessed he wasn't into women, but
No, I think he's
There-
at least into women, but I think.
but
I
there
know
is
who
those kind of guys.
Yeah, I just think I know who wears the pants in his family.
Yeah.
And then I see Gary Wabenga popped in. Good to see you, mate. So yeah, guys, do you think we should start with watching the presentation with them as well? Because I know they start with the presentation. Or do you want us just to go straight to the stupidness of David and
I'll
Jake?
just deal with ballers, I think.
Yeah, because Wits and them are going to give the same as always.
Yeah.
I mean, Owen, we don't know what happened with. I don't know what happened. This is the first time watching it, but I mean, it was told with me that these two Globers are really dumb. So I was thinking, let's get it to where they present, maybe.
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't suggest it for like an
Yeah.
attack on Austin. Like, we just every time I watch these debates, these ballers, I don't know where they're dragging them up from.
I see Aaron Ra's pretty faces there again.
Aaron Raw. Real Neither Sounds Gay. Metro, exactly. Good to see you, mate. Thank you for coming. He's a bit feminine. Metro, as I put it here. Okay. And Fireball Ferret, hello. Okay, let's see what these guys are up to.
of the globe aren't true, and just repeating them ad nauseum means nothing. We need some actual substantial evidence, and we need specific claims rebutting the evidence that refutes the globe model claim. The entire globe model depends on the claim radius value. Everything, the radius value has been falsified. We have observations requiring the radius to be over 250,000 miles. So welcome to Flat Earth. If someone wants to substantiate the R value without begging the question, ignoring all the evidence against it, we would love to hear it. This is actually a cartoon. It's not real, and it is okay. So the Earth is flat. Don't make it weird.
Okay, before we start listening to their presentation, I'll say, hey, Taylor, good to see you. Spuddy's in the house. And Jeff Gassett also popped in. Great you make it. And Racer. Hello.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much, Kai,
Agreed,
and
no
Witsit gets it for
contest.
your
The globe
opening
has no
statements
contest.
there.
Oh, there's that
Looks
guy,
like Jake's camera
Jake.
is working now, so I'm going to get your face moved over a little bit there, buddy. But while we do that, who would like to go first on the globe side?
Jake, why don't you go ahead and start? I'll go second. Mine is quick.
Wicked. All right, go ahead.
Something tells me David's a Naruto fan, guys. I don't know what
Yeah,
gives
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I don't know what gives that away.
It's Leaf Village, isn't it?
Jake, we can't hear you yet. You're on mute, buddy.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now?
We sure can.
Okay. 1 second.
We can
I have
see
to
you too,
reset.
which is good.
Yeah.
So everybody,
Yeah,
I'm sorry that
turns-
we were a little bit late. I'll do a little bit of housekeeping while Jake gets his system ready there. I think he's getting something ready.
And while he just talks, we just talk over him while we wait until their babble stops. saying.
Housekeeping. I thought he had a girlfriend. No, I'm just admitting.
Fireball says your Twitch stream has audio, but all I see is black rectangles. Sometimes it does that. I don't know why. And then when the stream ends, then it seems to work again. Maybe it will just pop on later. Fireball, I have no idea why it does that, to be honest. Oh yeah, I forgot. We got a poll up. 34 votes, guys. Space violates natural law. Yes, the law of entropy says so, 85%. And 6% said, no, I don't understand thermodynamics. And 9% says, I is stupid.
He got dumped.
Yeah. Well, Igor's so dumb he thinks electrolysis violates the first law of thermodynamics, so he's not very clever, is he? Yeah.
Indeed, a daywalker, and I glow like the sun. I'm Jake the Fake Jake, and I am here to inquisit into this flat Earth.
Sorry, Jake the fake Jake.
Jake, the fake Jake. Maybe he's not really Jake.
Is it me or has he got like a pride vibe going off there?
He's definitely got
Oh,
a pride.
yeah, he does have all the colors going there. But the weird
Maybe-
things he says.
Yeah, Jake, the fake Jake. Maybe he's just not a real. Maybe he's just not a real Jake. He's just a wannabe Jake, but maybe he's just fake.
Wow.
Oh, crazy.
Argument which seeks to invalidate a topic so settled that without a globe model, the very civilization we live in would be unable to function. This claim of a flat Earth is absolutely extraordinary and as such requires extraordinary evidence to be proven, which is exactly what our opponents here must do. The burden of proof to disprove the settled science of the globe rests squarely upon their shoulders.
Settled science of the globe? The globe's not science. So the guy
Settled.
doesn't know what science is to begin with. Can anybody show us science for the globe?
Mm-mm.
And settled science. Science is not settled, mate.
No, it sounds like they went and decided to just that'll do.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
That'll mean Wow, but
And finally, I shall finish up my introduction with a joke because I like it and I figure it may become handy later. A dairy farm brought in a psychologist, an engineer, and a physicist to attempt to increase milk production. The psychologist offered that you should paint the walls blue and green to relax the cows and remind them of outside and hopefully increase milk production. The engineer thinks and comes up with a new design and increases the throughput of the milking machine, hopefully increasing profits for the milk company. The physicist grabs a slate and a piece of chalk, draws a circle, and says, "Imagine, if you will, that the cow is a sphere." That joke is to illustrate the assumptions we make when doing science at a macro level before dialing into more finer and finer models. Thank you.
What?
What?
what on earth is he talking about?
Oh, wait, I forgot to laugh. Hey, Kim Hopkins, good to
All the
see you.
faces.
Everybody's like, what?
Yeah, his own
Yeah.
partner's like, why did you say that, dude?
Hey, Coral Apple and Kim Hopkins, good to see you guys. And Alan Nostrand, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. Okay, should I go back? Did that joke make any sense to anybody here?
No.
Didn't make sense to me at all. I mean,
What's funny
when
about
it came to when it came to being about supposing a sphere, then I still didn't get it.
But he didn't even give an argument, and he wants to really close it.
It sounded more like it would
It was a claim.
making fun out of globe Earth to me. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, his whole intro was, it's a flat Earth claim, it has to be extraordinary claims. Let's end this with a joke that's really pathetic. Oh, and let me show I don't know what science is.
yeah. The burden of proof is on us to disprove this settled science.
What science?
No, how is that a positive claim anyway?
But I want
From
to.
our
But let's just listen to it quickly again. What the hell this guy says?
You sure can.
Okay.
Okay, listen.
1 second.
We
I
can
have
see
to
you too,
reset.
which is good.
Yeah.
So everybody,
Yeah,
I'm
it
sorry that
turns-
we were a little bit late. I'll do a little bit of keep.
So I am indeed a daywalker, and I glow like the sun. I'm Jake the Fake Jake, and I am here to inquisit into this flat Earth argument which seeks to invalidate a topic so settled that without a globe model, the very civilization we live in would be unable to function. This claim of a flat Earth is absolutely extraordinary and as such requires extraordinary evidence to be proven, which is exactly what our opponents here must do. The burden of proof to disprove the settled science of the globe rests squarely upon their shoulders. And finally, I shall finish up my introduction with a joke because I like it and I figure it may become handy later.
Okay, so he wants to end with a joke because he thinks it might come in. Yeah, nee, kyk het vir jou in jou ander bordjie sit, hoor. And he thinks it might come handy later. Okay, so let's try and listen to this again and see what the hell this not a joke is a joke about. In jou bordjie. By die microfoon.
A dairy farm brought in a psychiatrist, psychologist, an engineer, and a physicist to attempt to increase milk production. The psychologist offered that you should paint the walls blue and green to relax the cows and remind them of outside and hopefully increase milk production. The engineer thinks and comes up with a new design and increases the throughput of the milking machine, hopefully increasing profits for the milk company. The physicist grabs a slate and a piece of chalk, draws a circle, and says, "Imagine, if you will, that the cow is a sphere."
Wow.
I don't get it.
Well, we've got that guy that comes in called Spherical Cow. Maybe he knows. So I haven't got a clue what he's on
But
about.
what is it drawing a sphere got to say imagine a cow being a sphere got to do with anything he's just said?
Nothing. Nothing. I'm still not getting it.
Must be one of them jokes us dumb flesh don't get.
Probably. Would any of the Globers in chat tell us what the hell this so-called joke's about? Wow.
That joke is to illustrate the assumptions we make when doing science at a macro level before dialing into more finer and finer models. Thank you.
Okay. Retro Bull, thank you very much for your $5 super chat, mate. It's good to see you. He says, if you had replaced the word cow with earth, it truly would have been a funny joke. Yeah. Now that's a joke. Thank you. There we go, Retro Bull. Thank you for coming, mate. Really appreciate the super chat. Tony Whitcomb, good to see you, mate. Wow. The only thing stand up about this guy is that there's no stand.
Just sat down.
He just sat down, yeah. He's a day walker, as he said, so he's calling himself albino, guys.
It's more reflective than moon.
He can't. He's not albino. What the fuck?
Because that's what Daywalker is about. So he doesn't. Wow. Okay.
I've seen albinos in real life, man. You know when you see an albino because you're like, damn, there's an albino, because you never see them. It's like they're hiding.
They have red eyes.
Yeah,
Where are they?
They have really sensitive skin.
Yeah, but I mean, you never see them out. How often do you see an albino when you're out shopping?
They were a Pakistani one.
Where are they? I mean, where are they? I never. It's like 1-2 times in my life I've seen one. There must be lots.
There's quite a few, yeah.
The Pakistani one lived across the road from my mum's when I was a kid.
Yeah, I've been talking.
He had like purple glasses that were about 2 inch thick.
Yeah, we should do more genetic experimenting on those guys and figure out, more about them.
Yeah, because the daywalker joke comes from if you see an albino walk in the day, you call them a daywalker because they have sensitive skin and eyes, so they usually walk at night. So that's why they call their daywalkers if they are. It's crazy. Okay,
it's
so
like the vampire concept.
Yeah, weird. Yeah. Hey, Oxbow, good to see you, and Co-Mover, thank you for coming, guys.
When I first heard him say that, I thought he was referring to him being a vampire. That's what I thought to start off with. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah.
Okay, maybe
David.
Maybe
on about.
Even Wallace said about the vampire thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
I mean, judging look at his skin, like he don't go out in there. So there's no daywalker.
He's a vampire.
I
must
think
really suck being an albino African. That's a lot of light you have to hide from all the time.
Yep. And like I said, where I live now, and I mean, it gets really hot here, and there's quite a few albinos here, by the way. They have to cover themselves from head to toe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it must be hard.
Yeah. Okay, let's hope David's got more of an argument than this Jake guy.
For having me, and I look forward to this conversation.
All right, Jake is looking forward to the open conversation. So, David, I think you get up to still 10 minutes about there. So,
Oh, okay. Thank you for interrupting, David. Just to say Monday.com. Yes, tomorrow's Monday.
all kinds of time to present the case for the globe there. So the floor is all yours.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. Long-time listener to the show, big fan. Excited to be on here and discussing this. So basically, we're looking at two different claims, and for claims to be supported, they need evidence. And so what we would define evidence as is objective facts that indicate whether or not a certain proposition is valid. So that's two very important things. It can be an objective fact, but it can...
Objective fact, cool. So no bias then. Cool. So if let's say Witsit then bring up entropy, the law of entropy, and how your globe violates it, you would have to objectively take it as evidence that your globe is impossible to exist, correct? Or how about if he brings the black swan? He would also have to take that as objectively falsifying the globe's geometric claim, correct, guys?
Could not indicate. It could indicate, but it cannot be an objective fact. So unless both of those are met, then we don't end.
Sorry, I just have to say, when he's talking about the exposure from Jake, when I look at him, I think of Seamus. And the wrestler Seamus, you don't remember? That's when I look at him, what I'm thinking of.
Up, you know, with that being classified as evidence or good evidence. So just to give an example, you know, if we were trying to solve a murder of somebody who had been shot, right? What would be evidence we would look at? You know, let's say we have a suspect and he's got gunpowder residue on his hands. Okay, if there is an explanation for that, like we have video evidence of that person at a shooting range at the time of the murder, then that wouldn't be considered evidence, because that does not indicate that that person shot that individual. And you can't be in two places at once, obviously, due to the, you know, known facts of reality. So that wouldn't be considered evidence. Although it's an objective fact that they have gunpowder residue on their hand, although it's an objective fact that, you know, shooting a gun causes gunpowder to end up on your hands, that cannot indicate that that person committed that crime. And secondly, if we don't have, let's say there is no explanation for finding somebody with gunpowder residue on their hand, but there is competing evidence that would rule out that possibility.
What has any of this got to do with the globe? You know what evidence is, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost fell asleep there for a second.
Maybe we needed reminding of something. I don't know.
I thought we were playing Cluedo.
Yeah. I mean, it's like he's supposed to be having an opening on why it's a globe, correct? It's called flat versus globe, except he's talking about gun residue and evidence for a person being shot or not.
Oh, like ballistics and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, just say evidence has objective facts to it. That's all. There we go. You don't have to give a whole story and did the guy shoot someone or blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Possibility. For example, if the murder was committed somewhere on the East Coast and the time of death was determined an hour, and we could show that that person was far on the West Coast an hour at that time the murder was committed. Despite not having a actual explanation for how that gunpowder residue got there, the fact that that person is physically too far away to have committed that crime at that time, that would no longer be considered evidence. So what we're being presented today is basically the facts that are presented have to be shown logically and scientifically how they indicate the conclusion that's being presented. So I look forward to, you know, the open discussion and seeing how these things that are brought up.
Okay, I thought the openers were usually they have to present their case for the globe.
That's how it works.
I mean, Witsit and them, they gave a whole presentation on why it's flat and not a globe. This Jake guy just says, "Science, baby!" Doesn't know what science is. Tries
He
to
said
give
it was all up to the flat earthers to, you know, prove it.
To prove it's
He
flat
doesn't need to prove anything. He's just there to get the evidence.
Yeah, and this guy's talking about courtrooms. Okay, not a good start for the Globers, guys, at all.
No.
I think you keeping it right in what you said so far, Michael. They get dumber.
Yeah. Did you show you though? We thought the last one was the dumbest.
Guy Adam says he's backpedaling before he got on the bike. Exactly.
directly indicate your conclusion, and if they cannot be explained otherwise scientifically by other facts.
All right. Well, thank you, Jake and David, for your opening statements there. We're going to kick it into an open discussion, and we're also going to remind you here that all of our guests are going to be linked in the description. So if you like...
Hey, Detective, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming, guys. Yeah, the Globers are getting more pathetic by the day, actually. It's really sad. We're just watching Ryan talk again. It's good to see you, Titan Long. Thank you for coming, mate. Good to see you.
And Titan. Good to see you, man.
And Detective, hello. Hello. Okay. Is this a debate between Ryan and everybody, or between the other people? Yeah, probably some random picks on Discord. I agree, Kim.
All right. So I had a couple of questions right off the bat, if you guys would be so kind as to indulge me.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
He waits for them to answer.
So
That's all point in being on debate.
what is your understanding of the world that we live in?
Hey, LJ, good to see you. What is your understanding of the world we live in? Let's try and answer these questions, guys. What is your understanding of the world we live in, guys?
You're never going to understand the world you live in, not completely, but observably and testably, it's flat, the world we live in. But as for if it's a generalised question, tell us about the world you live in and all that, then I haven't got a blooming clue about life or the world.
I'll say we can figure out the system and how it works. We can figure out everything we need to know about this system, but we can't figure out where it came from, because we can only speculate on that, in here, because we are limited to the information that's within this place.
Yeah.
There only is what there is.
We got a new one in. No sound like silence. I'm new here. What proof you got? It's good to have you in. Thank you for coming. A lot of proof. You can go watch a lot of things on my channel. Got a lot of videos and streams if you want to. You can even come and chat if you want to. Anytime, you're welcome. We do have a link in my description if you ever feel free to want to come talk, and we can give you all the information you want. Original D-Rose, good to see you, and Sleeking Stillwater, glad to have you in, mate.
I'll stick the link up now.
So yeah, I would say his question was a bit vague though, because it could mean anything.
Yeah, that's why I went on like I did that
Yeah.
little. I don't know really about life and that, because it's bringing ambiguity to a different level.
Yeah. But yeah, we can definitely tell based on the type of questions he's giving. The guy's not really going to give anything of value. But if I had to answer that, I would just say it shows to be flat and stationary, which goes against what you claim it to be. And we do not observe movement, and we do not observe curves. So the burden of proof is on you, Jake.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I would do.
Yep.
Like you guys didn't posit an actual model. You just made a claim. I need to know what you guys actually believe in order to address it.
I mean, you didn't either, but it's a stationary.
I believe in the modern understanding of science that says that the Earth is a sphere, and
science doesn't say the Earth is a sphere.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Science is not shape related.
No. And since when does science, when did it start proving stuff again?
Oh yeah, I thought science doesn't prove things.
Yeah, it does.
That's correct, yeah. Hey, awesome Lawson Clips, good to see you. Wow.
The scientifically proven version. What is that? That doesn't exist in science.
Oh yeah, sorry, Seeking Stillwater is a she. I apologize. I'm sorry, Seeking.
Star Wars as well.
Science
Star
doesn't
Wars.
even have a model.
Nope.
and that, in case it wasn't clear in my opening, and that astrophysics, physics, etc., is all proven science, and that we are working to better understand ourselves every day. So,
it weren't
Yeah,
clear in
shapes
your opening, mate,
actually aren't
because you
science.
told a joke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what?
that's right.
He didn't give any actual opening. He
No.
just showed he doesn't know what science is, and made a claim that the burden's on you guys to prove it's flat. And let me give a joke that's not even funny, that doesn't make sense.
That was to illustrate something that didn't illustrate nothing.
I still have no idea what a sphere and a cow has got to do with each other, by the way.
Not me.
Richard Bull, thank you again for $5 super chat, mate. Really appreciate it. He says, obviously an LGBTQ galaxy behind Jake, as evidenced by the lack of binary stars. Well, I think the stars is one for every gender.
That was
I watched a funny video the other day where we were taking a mickey out of this thing where they had a alien come down, and they were interviewing, the alien was being interviewed with the Congress in America, and they're talking about the different genders. It was funny. The guy's like, as far as I know, you only get a male and female. And they say, yeah, technically that's true. And he says, but yeah, we have 100 genders. The guy's like, oh, so you guys really have super accelerated evolution. This is very interesting. The guy's like, no, that's not how it works. But it was actually funny.
Mhm.
Okay, let's carry on listening to the stupid questions Jake's giving.
Yeah.
That's math. That's geometry. A sphere is not science. And astrophysics, admittedly, isn't proven science and is entirely theoretical. And that's also just a misrepresentation. But we say that the Earth is what the empirical evidence says it is, which is a stationary topographical plane, and that the horizon's horizontal, and that the horizon's just apparent, and that the sky moves above us, which is why we see everything in the sky move. So we have the default empirical position. It's how we experience the world. You guys say it's actually the exact opposite of that, and everything's an illusion. So we're just kind of waiting on the evidence for that part.
Everything
Well,
is
the
illusion.
globe-
What do you mean by that?
Well, the globe makes 3 positive claims.
Does it?
Well,
I haven't.
So they are, one, that the surface of the Earth is curving. Second is that the Earth is rotating. And third, that there's a vacuum of space outside the Earth. And we're refuting those.
Look at his face. He's like, what? What, didn't you know space is a vacuum, according to your globe? What the hell?
What's up, guy? I got a question. Who's the guy that looks like he has some clown makeup way in the upper right corner?
that keeps talking like this, like he's very intelligent. Just because he uses type of voice, he's saying that, what illusion? What do you speak of?
That cracks me up. How guys talk like that, really thinking that they sound like an intellect, and then actually spewing stupid stuff out there, trap hole.
The more he talks,
it's hilarious.
yeah, the more he talks, the dumber you see him.
Yes,
Really, it's crazy.
with
Hey.
clown makeup on, like he didn't finish his clown makeup.
Hey, Baked Good, it's good to see you. Yeah, no, it's insane. And I mean, look at him. Look at his confidence on his face.
I can't see his features, man. He just looks like a white blob.
If you had to try and explain someone Dunning-Kruger, I think this is the face I would show.
Yeah.
Positive
And
claims.
David just looks serious.
Yeah, he's. But I obviously, seeing what we've seen so far, I think David is the more intelligent one between the two, though. Hey, Face Reality, good to see you, mate. Thank you very much for your $2 super chat. Really appreciate it. He says, why would God make a ball Earth for standing? Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Nothing makes sense on the sphere, actually, Face Reality. That's the whole point. These guys make the claims and then they want to push the burden onto us, which doesn't see anything they claim. Really
Especially when
absurd.
they haven't got an up-down kind of orientation, but yet they've got an axis,
Mhm.
a leaning axis. Then that means there's an orientation. Then, isn't it? It's just it's all silly. It's all contradictional.
Exactly. Hey, Gaining Wisdom, thank you for coming. Glad you could make it.
With actual science and physics and observations and experiments. The flat Earth now has the burden of proof to prove that our positive claim that the Earth is flat is accurate, and that the Earth is not moving, and that we can't possibly be in the middle of a vacuum, and we're here to do that today.
Oh, whoa, Kai. That's wrong.
I've got to say that's not a positive claim. It's an observation.
Yeah,
It's-
she's
see it
placed
that
the
way.
burden onto herself now.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that to Vicky. I just want to mute it.
That's wrong, Kai. You just contradicted what Witsit said, actually, too. Because Witsit said the claim is on the globe. Now you're saying that the claim's on us.
I still have never seen anyone disprove the ancients and the ancients version of the universe, which goes back, so many, ages. They keep having that version back in all the civilizations we can go back to. Who has ever debunked any of their versions? No, nobody. When did you
They
just push the ancients
that's the thing.
aside?
Yeah, that's the thing. All they do is just replace it with a newer rhetoric.
And they never disproved the ancients version. They
Yeah,
can't, and they never did.
Yeah, but they just say it doesn't work. That's all. They don't.
They just
really,
say they're stupid and primitive.
Mm-hmm.
So we can agree.
While
to
that's what they are.
So we can agree the 20th century Occidental Western civilization of the dum-dums.
People are getting dumber. Definitely. When they say there's no such thing as zombies, I beg to differ. There's definitely zombies, people. They're just not eating brains. They're eating their own brains up. We live in a society of zombies. Hence why you get people that like these guys. Yeah.
And we hope that you will be here to defend your side as well.
Oh, I'm happy to answer
because there
any
are
questions.
claims. There's claims that they make all the time, but when you look into it, there's not any evidence.
Well, there's a couple of things that didn't. Pardon me if I'm jumping all over you, David. Feel free to.
No. Go ahead.
So, if we are on a stationary plane, how do you account for GPS and television satellites?
Oh my God, that is like the most dumbfounded elementary question of today to ask.
Wow.
For a grown-up.
Wow, Jake.
Unless you spent the last 25, 30 years in jail, then I can understand why you would ask that question.
I don't know. Maybe ground position means something to him? Or what about 99% of all data cables are underground? Does not get to him. Communications shows it's flat, not a globe, by the way, guys. Their trigonometry, even their satellites are based on Cartesian flat data. You know that they have to tell the satellite where they are at a certain place, and that's why it relays a certain amount of data based on the data already given to know where it is over a plane. You have to program your satellite to give the information. Just because you tell something it's a globe doesn't make it a globe. It just means it's following the coordinates based on Cartesian flat maps. Yeah. It's very sad though. That shows you the level of ignorance the guy has to present. GPS! Satellites! Therefore it's a globe!
Good old satellites.
Because I used to install TV satellites, and
Wow.
I can tell you, it's a finicky fucking business.
Not really.
Well,
Any Tom, Dick, and Harry can put a dish up, mate.
That's what I think, guys. We can make dishes.
I mean, I've actually shown sometimes where people have more than one dish on their house, and they're showing in opposite directions, getting signal.
Even here, DirecTV says we can charge you this for installation, or you can do it yourself. So I mean, what is he's proven? So what? He worked for DirecTV, idiot.
Wow, it's not something to be proud of, mate.
Yeah, and you don't point them straight up in the sky. You point them in directions towards towers. I quite literally know people that own companies that do it. I don't want to hear the false talking points. You shoot them straight in the sky.
Actually, it depends on where you are. So when I was doing satellite install in Alaska, my elevation goals were average about 14 degrees above the horizon. This, and you had to shoot above any physical.
I wonder why, because in Alaska you have to go up high elevation, correct? Because you're further away from a relay station? Maybe that's the point? Has he ever thought about that? By the way, it's 14 degrees in the sky, or is it just showing maybe to a relay station somewhere far away? Ever thought of that, Jake?
Object. You had to shoot out into space along the equatorial orbits of the geostationary satellites.
Equatorial.
Okay. The orbits of the stuff that doesn't move, but so
yeah,
GPS.
Yeah, that's also true. Thank you for getting him on that. If it's geostationary, it doesn't orbit, Jake. It's it's oxymoron. It can't orbit. If it's geocentric, it means it's stationary. It stays at the same position always, Jake. Do you think he understands that word? I don't know if anybody's even here. No. Oh, you guys are here. Okay. I thought I was like offline or something. It's like dead quiet.
No. It goes on to try and answer this.
Oh,
we're still baffled at his stupidity. That's all. We're just kind of like in awe.
It does actually move. It just moves at the exact same rate proportional to the Earth's rotation at an extended distance away from the Earth, similar to how a wheel and a spoke on a bicycle tire operates at the exact same way. The hub rotates at a faster.
Are you sick of having?
I'm sick of this guy's argument here.
Yeah, very quick.
Lower speed outside, but they both rotate at the exact same rotational speed.
Wow, saying tangential velocity, mate. Okay. Got nothing to do with geostationary satellites at all. Geostationary satellites is more like saying it's tethered to a GP. That's all.
Yeah.
All right, let's give them a chance to respond to that, Jake, and then we'll kick it over to David.
It's correct, buddy. Letting them beg the question for space and orbits. But I think Witsit's just enjoying this too much. I'm not going to really worry. I'm not going to even fault Witsit on this because he's literally just listening to the stupidity of this guy. And just, yeah. So I'm not going to, I can't actually fault Witsit. Because this is wow. Hey, true listener, thank you for coming.
Yeah. So, what part of satellites or GPS would be impossible if the Earth was stationary?
Yeah.
You know, what part of...
Yeah. You made what part of it? It says, yeah. Oh, wow. Hey, yeah, guys, please hit the likes and share the show. Really, really does help to get it out to a wider audience. And it's good to see you guys.
About it would be impossible if the Earth was stationary.
If the Earth was stationary, well, you wouldn't be able to have the type of orbits that we see as happening in real life.
Why not?
Because there wouldn't be our modern understanding of physics entirely wouldn't be able to hold up to that.
This guy's very vague on his answers, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he doesn't actually know how to answer it. I guess that's the problem. Wow.
Really? Are you going to keep saying really vague things? Or are you going to... Because actually, whenever they do GPS and satellites, they account for real inertial forces, which there aren't supposed to be real inertial forces, which actually insinuates there's angular momentum from the sky. Secondly, and...
Oh, this is his way of pushing the ether, guys.
Yeah.
No, it just means that not from the sky. It just means the satellite itself is moving. What's it? Not the sky. That's a bit of a false premise there. It's almost like he's trying to push the ether in there, but
this is really bad that you brought this up, because there's actually, using GPS, it shows that there's a preferred direction, meaning that the quote-unquote speed of light varies with direction. But
see what I'm saying? Pushing the ether, guys.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I'm
I
calling,
know y'all all heard.
and I'm going to call bullshit on this. It doesn't have a preferred direction, does it? Would you guys think it's got a preferred? Let's actually look it up. How are we going to look this up?
Oh, definitely not. We
Does-
see we have things going down and we see things going up.
And I'm pretty sure you heard the little clip
Oh,
that QE
you're on about GPS having a preferred
double
direction.
talk.
Got you.
How did...
Balloons go whichever way
Yeah.
winds are blowing, don't they?
Yeah, but he says it's got a preferred direction.
Mm-mm.
Which I've never heard of that, so I'm calling bullshit on that for now.
Yeah, no, I didn't think that's what we were talking about. Yeah, no.
What's the preferred direction? Going forwards and
Yeah.
not backwards?
Direction, lights, direction. All directional lights are explained in the exercise. That's light buoys, okay. Yeah, but because he's trying to push the ether here, guys. That's his subtle way of pushing the ether. So he wants to say, oh, you see, the sky's moving, the satellites are even moving, and therefore the directional light following the ether. It's because of the ether, that's why he's trying to push. A bit sneaky there, Witsit. But I like him to actually then provide evidence for this claim, because as far as I know, GPS doesn't have a preferred direction for the signals going. Really weird.
Relativity, your model's gravity, claims specifically that the speed of light cannot vary, that it's invariant, it has no preferred
It is
reference frame.
invariant in a perfect vacuum. However, through an imperfect medium or any medium, its speed is variable. It is actually the speed of light is not about the speed of photons. It is about the.
Whoa, has this guy got black nail polish on as well? Just
Yes.
realized that.
He does. Yeah.
Cassius has got pride background.
Yeah.
Bit weird. When is David gonna talk? Come on, David. I want someone with a bit more IQ than this Jake guy. Jake, the fake Jake, as he said.
Jake the fake Jake. Yeah.
The speed of information.
Okay. The speed of light is constant. The speed of light is constant. And yes, we have what we perceive to be the speed based on the medium, which is attenuation. That's not the point. It's that it's a preferred direction. So in the same medium, which is the Atmos, the GPS timing is different in one direction. It's faster in one direction than the opposite direction.
Do you have any documentation that proves
Yeah.
that claim?
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I would love to see it.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean,
Now,
Yeah, I'd also like to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd also like to see this, because at the moment Witsit is actually pushing general relativity, guys, because he's trying to push time dilation here for light. Weird how that works.
You admit that debunks relativity?
no,
if it's
it
true?
doesn't.
All right, let's
It doesn't debunk relativity, Witsit, because that's what relativity is about. Time dilation. What the hell? Sorry, Witsit is a bit dumb here, guys. That was wrong. You see, but this is the thing. He's got an overriding bias for his ether. So he's trying to push it on and say, oh, this debunks your general relativity, when it's about general relativity. Witsit. Really weird. It's the same as like Dell and them saying, we don't push globatoric, but we push equivalence principle. That is globatoric.
Yeah.
Because you haven't proven your claim.
Let's let
I
David
said, do
in
you
here.
admit if it is true, it would debunk relativity?
No.
It would certainly. Put it this way: I would be interested to see it, and then I will consider it after that, because I'm not going to make a
well,
claim.
that seems
whether or
actually
not-
dishonest. We'll move on.
Why aren't you showing it, Witsit? He asked for it.
It's not intentionally dishonest to ask for somebody to back up what they're saying.
Exactly. So that I'm going to stick with Jake on. Witsit, you let the ball there, man. You were supposed to just give him the documentation you said. It's as simple as that. You made a claim, you said you got it, so you should just give it to him. Instead, now he wants to move on to something else, so that tells me he doesn't have it.
okay, let's move on to more simple.
You see what I'm saying? See? He made a claim, the guy asked him, okay, back it up, and then he says, you just don't, it will just debunk your general relativity. and then wants to move on to something else. I'm sorry, that I don't agree with you. What's it at all?
Observations, because I feel like we don't need to get into GPS and satellites and all these other things to prove whether the Earth is flat or a sphere. Well, the simplest explanation, such as a sunset, how is that? What the explanation for that on a flat Earth?
We don't want to look at things in sky, but we'll just still look at things in sky.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense.
Was this recorded in 2015 or 16?
No.
Yes, sounds like it.
It sounds like it.
BC, I think, dear Rose.
Moves away from us.
Yep. It's just
Yeah, but if it moves away, it would just continually get smaller and smaller into a vanishing point if it's moving away horizontally in the distance. Why does it go below the horizon?
there's actually videos. Dave Weiss has documented this like a dozen times or something, where he actually films the sun, literally like as you described. It vanishes and vanishes, and it's not even going below the horizon. It just is gone. So
Well, speaking
It
of videos,
disappears above the horizon.
I actually have a video I'd like to share, if that's possible, if I could share a screen.
Hey y'all.
Yeah.
This proves that the lake is still poisoned severely, because these are points that Globers are bringing up that either they're just coming on to YouTube, just got their internet service back, or just signed on to an internet provider. There's no excuse for these questions and this discussion to be going on. Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
They should just cut it down straight away. But instead they want to bring up Dave Weiss, and I mean, really, you should just say, okay, that's your claim. Because that was his claim. On a flat Earth, this is what should happen, correct?
Yeah.
So I would tell the guy, okay, prove it. Show me. Back up your claim, then that's what it should show. Speaking of spherical cow, we got spherical cow in. How's it going?
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard this guy's joke before, spherical cow. Maybe you can enlighten us. What's the funny thing about a sphere cow? I have no idea. But yeah, I would have told the guy, you made a claim what should happen on flat Earth. So where's your evidence to back up that should be happening on a flat Earth? That's what I would say. Because the burden is on David. And all I've been seeing all night so far is these guys falling into it and just trying to take the burden onto themselves. That's not how it works, mate. Don't place the burden on yourself. Tell them they made the claim, so the burden is theirs. That's how it works.
Exactly. And if they watch more of you and FED, they would understand that if they did that, but then they wouldn't make any money neither. This is revenue. So they have to play dumb to bring on the dummies so that they can have a program. You know what I'm saying? We know the story.
Yeah.
The reason why there's so many drugs allowed in the country, because if you cut it all off, there won't be no DEA.
Yeah, but why do you think the people
There
on
won't
MD...
be no.
Why do you think the people on MDD are too scared to debate me? That's why they only get Mark Reed to debate me, because the guy's too dumb to understand he loses. The other people are too scared to debate me. Because I don't give them leeway like Witsit gives. At all.
No.
I walk out for 1 second there to grab a drink. What happened?
Hey,
You guys are all
Skeptic, good
quiet.
to see you, man.
They were
Thanks for
talking about
coming.
how they didn't know that the sun disappears above the horizon sometimes.
Well, let's
Let me show that video.
thoughts on that, or
Or no, I had
We're
a
gonna
video I
try to
wanted
get
to
a video
share,
in the meantime, just so we can show you.
sure.
if that's okay.
But he's trying to share right now.
You
Oh,
want
okay.
to share now, David?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Yeah, so here's a video of drone footage of a sunset where
Let me guess, he's going to go up in elevation and see the sun.
Yeah.
You would swear this guy didn't watch the debate with Ozian.
That's exactly what's got to happen.
Oh, wow. Okay.
at the observer height, you see the sun disappearing below
it's
the
good to see you,
horizon,
Skeptic. Thank you for coming, mate.
right? And then the drone rises to a higher observer height, and now that same sun is visible, and you get to see it.
I would hope it's the same sun. I would hope it's the same sun. Be weird if it's not the same sun, guys.
It would.
Exactly, don't shoot the messenger. Mark Reed, the guy specifically said gases doesn't have behavior. That's the guy.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to explain this again, just in case people haven't noticed this. Let's take the ocean, for instance. It can just be the floor. It doesn't matter. We're just going to have the ocean just for reference now. And you're seeing the sunset or whatever. And you are standing here. And you're looking out. Okay? You're looking out in the distance. You got your field of view. Blah, 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 blah. What happens when you rise in altitude? Your field of view gets further away. You're pushing your field of view further away. You're widening that angle. This angle gets larger and larger the higher you go up. So you can see more. So you see more of the surface, the horizon, guys. That's why you can see the sunset more than once. Not because it's a globe, but because that's how optics works. You're pushing your field of view out further. Any more to add on that, guys?
Not to push Dave Weiss, like, but the video that they were talking about, he filmed the sun with drone at height, and it never gets anywhere near horizon. It just disappears.
Exactly, it disappears away like a pinpoint. Sometimes I even got that one where it has that green flash at the end.
Yeah, yeah. And there's even ones where it just disappears into the atmosphere, for the better of another word.
Yeah, and I mean
yeah.
And sometimes you see the sun huge setting, and sometimes it's tiny setting. Why? Because it's all just optical. It's going through the atmo while it's doing so. It's just optical.
And you know what? Like, I know you heard about it. I don't like to use the word atmosphere because atmosphere. But let's say it's climatic induced refraction. Because it depends on the temperature. It changes, right? A clear day, it shrinks. I've seen it shrink.
Yeah.
And on the real cloudy day, you barely see it. And on a partially cloudy day, or when it's depending on where you're at on the plane, the heat, it stays the same and just goes away and it drifts.
Exactly.
Then it disappears into this big fog and just disappears.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's set again below the horizon. So on a flat Earth, how would that be explained?
You see what I'm saying? He's making a claim on a flat Earth. How would that be? He's placing the burden onto Witsit, which just said, but that's not my burden to bear. You making the claim what should happen on a flat Earth. So your burden to bear, mate.
Right.
You don't think you would see further as you got higher on a flat Earth?
No, I'm saying how would you be able to see the sunset twice on a flat Earth? Once it disappears past the vanishing point, shouldn't it be gone?
He just told you.
Okay, so you're changing your angle of view as you get higher above the Earth.
Yeah.
So you're able to see further, and you're actually changing the resolution relationship with the propagation and reception angles. So as you get higher, the angle of view, it's just Rayleigh's criteria. You can prove it. So when you get higher, you see further on a flat Earth. Sunsets work perfectly fine on a flat. Actually, we have observations.
I don't think so, actually.
Well, I'll just show you.
You see, that's what I'm saying. So you've explained to him now, Witsit, but now you tell him, well, you've made the claim, so the burden is on you. That's all you had to say, mate. And the argument would either stop, or the guy will be shown to be a complete idiot, which he already is doing anyway.
Harvard University's experiment proving it then. So I'm going to share my screen, which actually showed this in the opener, but let me share the screen really fast so you guys can see this here. Okay. So you see these are two lasers. So this would be akin to like a sun, the circle of the sun, right? It's a circle of light. As you change the aperture, what happens to the circle? It starts to disappear from the bottom up, blending into the convergence point, which is the horizon.
Yeah, but who's changing the aperture?
It's
the same camera.
Yes,
it's just higher up. It's just the observation height is just increased.
That's right. So the relationship
Okay.
of propagation and reception angles relative to the resolution angle.
What the hell? Propagation and reception angles. What the hell word salad is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
This is why I got a problem with Witsit. He makes up his own shit as he goes along. Just say it's diffraction limit, mate. That's all you say. It's diffraction limit. If the angles are further apart, less diffraction. The angles widen so you don't have the diffraction. Simple. That's all you say. Just talk about Aries disk. Instead, you want to make up words to make you sound intelligent. I remember you're talking to a guy that clearly doesn't even know what the hell you're showing on screen at the moment anyway.
Well, that's true. That's true. It's not like that.
I mean, you might as well be talking to a 5-year-old trying to explain combustion engines. Come on.
That's what I was going to say.
Angle, right, changes. It changes as you go up. That's why it disappears. So it's provably possible on a flat Earth. And I'm actually going to show you a video because I want to bring
How
up
far away is the sun on a flat Earth?
We don't.
We have
Oh, nice straw man, mate. Nice red herring, actually.
Yeah.
But you know what though? That's all globers do, or people who believe in the globe that are not globers and are just anti-flat Earth. That's all they do. They claim their belief, and then instead of proving their claim, they start asking us questions. All kinds of questions as to explain how could this, that, and the other be on a flat Earth. No, you explain to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I say. Witsit should have held him to his toes to the fire and said, okay, you made the claim, so prove it. Don't place the burden onto me. It's your claim. You made the claim. What should happen on the flat Earth, sir? Do it. But they don't do that. They just let them roam free and then just keep obfuscating and changing. You know, they go scattergunning the whole time. I just made this claim. I try to place it onto you. Okay, let's go to the next one and just carry on. That's all they're going to do. And it never gets anywhere.
That's right.
no claim of
We don't have to make that claim.
And I do want to correct, if I said that it gets smaller and smaller, I want to correct that.
Yeah, like if
Yeah,
you plot a solar filter, it doesn't get particularly smaller. Although, ironically, the globe model claims it does have to get smaller.
During some, it's like some.
No. Like every single day, it has to get 0.08 arc seconds smaller because
it
the
doesn't
geometry
get
of
smaller. The path it traces through the sky changes. The angular size doesn't change. It doesn't get smaller.
Actually, it does change angular size, even on your model, David. What the hell?
Wow.
I mean, I've actually seen people use solar filters where it still changes angular size, David. Man. And like we've explained this many times, due to parallax, because the sun's distance, the angular size change won't be that great. The sun's not right in front of your face, mate. Still a big distance. Wherever it is, no one knows the distance, but it's definitely far enough to be noticeable that it's far enough for parallax to be in effect. Again,
I don't know why Witsit had to bring this up though, like, to be fair.
he could have broke it down straight away. It just said it's your burden, so you prove it.
the angular size of the sun must change every day 0.08 arc seconds according to the globe model.
Arc seconds don't measure size.
What? What is an arc second, you moron? It's an angular size. Oh, what the?
Witsit's face.
Oh, man. So the guy wants to talk about angular size and doesn't know what an arc second is.
Do you know the thing for me, right? Who's more stupider? These two that they're arguing with, or people actually go on and argue with them?
Yeah, but the thing is, when you go and you get challenged by people like this, you don't know how dumb they really are until you've actually talked to them, you understand?
I'm getting echo.
Echo, you're getting echo?
I can hear it when you're talking.
I don't hear anything on my side. You guys on YouTube? Do you guys hear any echo?
Zeros is muted. Dislo's muted. It's either
Yeah, I heard an echo. I don't hear it now, but I heard it.
either PGRU Flatzoid.
Hello? Okay.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. In the house.
Okay, but
I muted and it's still echo.
I have no idea what's going on because it doesn't. I can't hear any echo on my side though.
You don't echo, but the rest of it do.
Oh, weird. But we're gonna try carry on. Is that fine?
I'm gonna drop out.
Okay.
Echo's terrible in here, man. It's not PG.
Let's just see. I'm gonna end screen for you guys. Blah 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 blah, and I'm gonna try start screen again. Could be that. Okay, let's try this again.
Hello.
Hello. Let's see.
Hello. All good.
That's better.
All good. Okay. So it's just Ellemnet again, guys. Okay.
Ellemnet doing its thing.
What? You're measuring the angular size. Arc seconds is an angle. It's a really small one, but it is measurable, and it's never been measured. Because think about this, right? Like say the sun, say you're on a sphere, and the reason the sun rises is because the Earth. You're basically doing an epic nosedive towards the sun every morning, and then during sunset, falling backwards away from it, right? And
That's
so,
not
like,
why the sun rises. It's because it's rotating.
Yeah,
it's
you're
facing
falling
away
toward-
from the sun, and it's rotating around. So the sunlight can't go through the middle of the Earth.
What?
That's not what he was talking about. It's a total. That's a red herring. He didn't even talk about that. He's talking about angular measurements, like he was talking about. Shows you this guy doesn't even know what the hell is talking. What's going on?
Wow.
Wow.
You're not understanding. Yeah. The reason that the sun rises on the globe Earth is because we're basically falling towards it while we're spinning. And then during sunset,
No,
we're
falling towards it has nothing to do with it. It has to.
Wow, it's not what he's saying, dude. He's saying we are falling. That's how we're, how the Earth rotating. That's what we're doing at that point, falling towards it, then falling back. Wow, he's just crazy.
What is wrong with this guy? How do you go into debate not knowing that according to your own model, the Earth is the one moving, which means you are either falling away from the sun or towards it? That's what it means on your globe, David. Wow.
Yeah.
To do with the spinning. Why do you keep saying falling towards it?
Okay, we're spinning.
The orbit
going
has nothing to
towards-
do with the sunset.
We're not talking about.
Okay. Let's see if we can maybe explain this to David. How would you explain this to such a dumb guy? This would be your globe Earth, okay? This would be your sun, okay? The Earth. Well, this is just another thing. It's rotating, okay? It's rotating constantly. So as it's moving around the sun, while it's orbiting around the sun, it's appearing, how can I put this in two-dimensional, like it's rising. So you are watching the sun either fall away from you or rise towards you. That's how it works on the globe. What? Yeah, give him a phone to a friend. He might need it. David, I think you should stop. I was wrong. I thought he was the intelligent one here with Jake, but I'm starting to have my doubts now. Jake, maybe you should take over again. Hopefully you can redeem some of this idiocy.
Time out. Is Dave a glober?
David and the Jake are the two globers, yeah.
And you said he's more intelligent than Jake. No.
Well,
let's just say he's not. Let's just say he's not as stupid as Jake.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, more intelligent was the wrong wording.
Nice one, dude.
orbits. We're talking about the rotation. So we're spinning towards the sun. It looks like it's rising above the Earth in the globe model. And then during sunset, we're spinning away from the sun. So it looks like it's falling down below the curve of the Earth. Okay. So on a globe, on a sphere, look, you would have, like, this would be the sphere, half the sphere. If the sun rises over...
That's also true, Lumpy. Yeah, in 6 months, the orbit would be 12 hours off. Probably that's why they got things like daylight savings. I don't know.
Yeah.
Here, and then comes up over here, and then sets over here because the Earth is spinning, then that means that because of the geometry, up at the top at noon, it's going to be the closest to the sphere. And then as you come back down away, it's going to be further away from the sphere. A tiny amount where it would change angular size points.
Why is he shaking his head no? What's it saying what your globe says, mate? Although he's not even supposed to be explaining this. This should be like...
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we've learned...
If you're having to explain heliocentrism to an heliocentrist, then you might as well pack up and stop talking to him.
But guys, I mean, you learn about this in grade 1, where they say you are moving away, or your Earth is spinning, and that's why you see the sun rise and sunset. Grade 1, guys, so that would make you 5 or 6 years old when you learn this. How does David not know this? That's the important thing.
What Witsit was just demonstrating with his hands was the motion, the thing in motion supposed to have been the sun going over the... Is this like a stationary ball, Earth now? Because he was saying if it was curved, but that's totally... See, it doesn't make any sense because the sun is supposed to be stationary according to their argument, and the Earth
is spinning around it,
orbiting and spinning around it. So why would he demonstrate, even like you said, first of all, explaining it to them, but then explain it to them in a way where he's saying, see, the Earth is curved and the sun is actually doing this, and it would come over to the high noon. It said
that high noon it would be closest to Earth or something, which don't really make sense.
Yeah, so he's actually explained it wrong as well. That's correct.
We shouldn't even be talking about this.
Why are we talking about this? That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly, Flatzoid. Orbit is begging the question. Yeah. I mean, they're getting sucked into this the whole time.
We're getting sucked into it as well.
Yeah, but we have to. We have to because they're addressing it, so we have to address it as well. So we don't really have a choice. If I was on the other end there, I would have just broke it off by the knees straight away. You understand? So it's crazy.
0.8 arc seconds a day.
Thoughts over there, Jake?
I believe that you have conflated what you just described. You described the sun moving. That is incorrect. The Earth is the one moving.
I just said that.
Yes.
Yeah, Jake, are you that dumb? He just said the Earth was moving, not the sun.
But in your demonstration, you were attempting to conflate that the sun was moving when it's the Earth that was moving.
Well, yeah, I guess you don't. Yeah. According to your model of relativity, right, it is as if the sun is stationary relative to the Earth, right? Or it's as if the Earth is stationary relative to the sun.
No. You got it wrong there, Witsit. That's wrong. That's totally wrong, mate. I'm going to try and fix this now.
It's great. It's smudging lines between flat Earth and globe. It's
he's trying to intermingle it.
On a globe, the only reason you're seeing the sun rise and set is because Earth's rotating.
That's the point.
Explained.
Yeah, that's the point I was saying. Jake took it the same way I took it, the way he was demonstrating it. A moving sun going over a curved Earth. As a demonstration.
Yeah, but he's trying. Yeah, but he's trying to push it. I don't know. Like you say, it's intermingling the flat Earth and the globe Earth together. That's why it's so confusing. And instead of just making it black and white and say straight, based on your model, the Earth is falling away, which gives sunsets. Finish and clear. There's no two sets about it. You just say that. That's how it is. You say there's the sun's orbiting around. The Earth's orbiting around the sun while it is rotating. So you got 2 points of axis rotation. So there we go. That's why you got your sunset and sunrise. He doesn't have to go further than that at all. But he's confusing everybody because the way he's trying to explain it, like you said, it's almost like he's trying to explain it in a flat Earth way with globe, which doesn't make sense. It's confusing me even. So Witsit, yeah, I'm getting confused.
So they're equally valid. It's as if the sun was moving around the Earth, or vice versa, according to relativity. So yeah, you're spinning, but it looks like the sun is moving. It's the same difference geometrically, though, which is that there's a sphere, and if you're on the top of the sphere at noon, the sun's closest to you, and it would change 0.08 arc seconds a day, and then it changes 0.0.
So the only time that you are physically...
Okay, that's also false, Witsit.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
No, you're not closer to it. You're at the same distance away, noon or on the ball.
Earth's rotation, because sun's far away and not moving, it never comes any closer. The only reason it would come close to the sun is on an orbit.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So he has that wrong. So cute. What's it? Wearing Kai's pajamas. Retro Ball. That's a good one.
Closer to the sun is whether or not the axial tilt of the Earth has tilted you closer. Or yeah,
like the seasons.
No, okay, that's a different thing. So it changes 0.08 degrees throughout the course of the year because of the orbit. It changes 0.08 arc seconds every day.
Okay, and how much is 0.08 arc seconds?
It's not very much, but it is a measurable amount.
Would it be perceptible with the human eye?
No, but it would be perceptible with measuring devices. Okay. It would be perceptible with the measuring devices that measure easily.
You see, what did you just played into the hands there? So now that you can't perceive it optically without measurement device, they can just say, oh, so not perspective then, you bloody douche. This is why you should not beg the question with them. Just tell them that you guys made the claim, so that begging is on you guys. The burden's on you guys. It's as simple as that. Now instead he's fighting in Narnia to try and explain Narnians. What the hell?
And he's screwing up their explanation.
Exactly. So
making himself look like he's losing to the Glober.
See, Witsit's claim with it, I know sun's closer to Earth.
Which is false, yeah.
That don't wash with me, that.
No, that's false. That's exactly the thing. Hey, Stephanie, good to see you. Yeah, it's crazy. Baller's IQ measured in arc seconds. Very hard to measure.
That sensitivity.
So then if you're saying here that it's not a perceptible change, but on a flat stationary plane where, I mean, you don't say how far away it is or how big it is, but where the sun is moving around that plane in I don't know what direction, but it's rotating around the plane, as it gets further and further away, it would be smaller until reaching a vanishing point.
And which he's just actually taken Witsit to the cleaners. Because what did Kai and Witsit claim a few minutes ago? Yeah, we have video footage of it getting smaller, correct?
Yep.
And
exactly.
He just contradicted his claim, his own argument, by saying we don't really see it. What? So I can't believe it. The very, very stupid David literally just made Witsit look even dumber. Well done.
Like if I'm in
okay, that's what you're saying.
If I'm in America, and as the sun is moving, making its trace around the flat Earth, and it's over by Australia, like the sun is moving away from me, it should decrease size until it vanishes.
And that's when you tell him again, that's your claim, your burden to prove. What is the sun? Where is the sun?
So, and what you're saying about like falling towards the sun, the Earth is just rotating on its axis.
Let's get
That's
you in
the
here
only-
as well, Kai. Sorry there, David. But continue.
Yeah.
This is
So
why
I
they
don't-
want
I don't-
this is why they want to push burden onto us, because they want us to make claims rather than us take apart their claims.
Exactly. So Witsit, if you actually paid attention with FVD and so forth, you would know this and you wouldn't have to be in the situation. You just put yourself in. He literally was like demolishing them and then now shows to be stupid, losing. Well done, Witsit.
See how that's explained on a flat Earth.
Okay, so
You just
like I just
we're
it's
just gonna show
funny, man.
we're just gonna show a video really quick that
Go
I
ahead.
mentioned before.
I gotta say, I
So
do
this
find it
will
funny
show-
that you guys are claiming angular size change should be detected when ironically your model claims it should be and it's not. And actually, we can explain why it doesn't.
Again, Witsit, that arc sentence is measured in reality. So don't say it's not. It's measured. So he's just lying now as well, guys.
Doesn't change angular size because we don't have a geometric claim tied to it. There's just a limit to our perspective, and the sun's outside of that, so it doesn't change angular size because we.
Yeah, called parallax, Witsit. Just say parallax. Things far enough away, parallax plays a part, therefore we don't see the actual enough angular size change due to parallax. Simple as that. Actually, myself and Gary Wybeng have tried to explain this many, many times to you fools. And what do we get? Oh, it's redundant. Well, that redundant argument would have just saved you a whole lot of ass whooping.
We have a hyperbolic limit to perspective, which is testable and provable. But here we're going to show
I
you a
didn't say
video.
it changed angular
We're going to
size.
show you a video. Of
Yeah,
this.
this will show that it is. Is this actually?
This is one of them. Man.
This is from Rakia, wasn't
This
it?
is not the one Dave has. I'll have to find it.
This is from Rakia Life. There we go. Yeah, Rakia Life.
So here you see the sun setting, obviously, right? And then
Fata Morgana, yeah.
let's see what happens.
Just demonstrating atmospheric lensing.
Oh, so the sun can disappear above the horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah, see-
no one's ever said
Okay.
it couldn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so
atmospheric lensing.
Well,
Okay, so it doesn't
Well,
require
It's
physical.
the same
wait.
reason why you see like shimmers above a highway on a hot day.
Okay, cool. So
See what I'm saying? Witsit, you wouldn't be in this thing if you just didn't beg the question and replace the burden onto you, mate. Yeah, Witsit, the damage is done exactly, Snooch. Who's with me when we say these people should get an education? And this is talk about Witsit. This is why I don't trust the Globebusters crews at all. They all have the same idiotic kind of arguments that get demolished time and time again because they just don't know how to argue. Hey Skeptic96, thank you very much for your $5 super chat. Really appreciate it. Channel support. Just you being here is enough channel support, mate. So thank you very, very much. Appreciate it. You rock. But you guys agree? If Witsit pays attention, he wouldn't have been in the situation.
No, exactly. Yeah, I agree.
So is that ever not there?
What, the atmospheric lensing?
Yeah.
It depends on atmospheric
varies
conditions.
on
Sure,
the
there's
conditions of the
probably
day.
at least one time in history that it's not been there.
Really? That's called an appeal to possibility. You're just making stuff up. So there's always those atmospheric
That's not making.
conditions.
Oh, really? Witsit, do you know when you're digging your hole and you're going to carry on digging your hole deeper and deeper? Stop. Stop. Tell him, okay, stop, let's move on. Or, the burden is yours, so you prove it. And no, I don't trust the Masonic Knight for David Weiss at all. Oh yeah, guys, who wants me to do a video on all Dal's tattoos and the symbolism behind them? Would that be an interesting thing to talk about?
I think it'd be interesting. Yeah.
The guys are literally walking Luciferian Masonic skull and bones agent billboard. So yeah.
Stuff up, we can measure the conditions of the atmosphere and see that it varies on a day-to-day basis. That's not
Retro Bull.
No, I just read that.
Witsit returned from Narnia and missed the wardrobe, ended up in Kai's lingerie closet. That's a good one.
And it always
making
has
stuff up.
And it always has a vertical density gradient.
But I just don't know. But it so it's just but it's showing like it can work on a flat Earth too.
Like the point is that this is the sun's disappearing above the horizon, correct?
How does the sun disappearing above the horizon indicate that the Earth is flat? This is what I spent my opening on evidence, because it's just bringing things up. How do you?
How is that a straw man? It's just repeating what you said backwards.
Even if we,
yeah.
Dave brought sunset up, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
So that's what I say. There wouldn't have been a situation if we just told him in the first instance, it's your claim, you back it up. You telling me what happens on the flat Earth, so go ahead, prove it. That's all he had to do. None of this would have happened.
Allow this point. How is this indication that the Earth is flat? That's my whole point. Is even if this can't be explained by the globe model, which I think it can, but say for it can't, how is this indicating that the Earth is flat? Is this what we would expect on a flat Earth?
All right, so I'm gonna try to.
That's when you say yes, Witsit. We would expect this that you can only have this on the flat Earth. Why? Horizon.
Yeah.
Well, the guy just said, well, let's say it don't work on a globe, then how does this prove Earth's flat?
Exactly.
Well, if it don't work on a globe, then
it proves it's flat.
It must be flat.
Exactly. Hey, Day Studio, thank you for coming. Oh man, this is crazy.
I mean, I would hope we get to the point where Witsit quits it.
Well, I would just hope he actually starts learning something. But the guy will never learn. We've all seen he's inept to learning. He doesn't want to progress in his, how can I put it, arguments. He wants to just be him. Make shit up. That's why they call him Shits at 60.
They want to be gurus.
Yeah, they want to be the gurus by spewing total ignorance and word salad nonsense.
He likes people to think he knows a lot, so he gives them all the information he knows on the globe, all the information he knows on the flat Earth, and bundles all together and comes up with crap.
Angle of elevation, it doesn't make you sound like a glober, mate. It just makes you sound like a realist. Witsit and co make us look stupid. Yeah. This is why I'm going to expose the idiocy. As simple as that.
And you guys are going to probably interrupt it, but so that's a straw man fallacy. I never said that because the sun disappears above the horizon, that proves the Earth is flat.
Oh, yes, you did. That's the whole argument. That's the whole argument. What the hell? That's his argument. He even fought for it in the beginning, saying, I can show you videos of it changing angular size above and disappearing above the horizon. So you just contradicted yourself again, Witsit.
Okay, I responded to the notion that the Earth has to be on a globe, or the Earth has to be a globe for the sun to disappear behind the horizon. So it was a rebuttal, and then instead of addressing that your argument was directly refuted, you then spun a straw man and claimed I said it.
Yeah, that is exactly. It's false. You see, he knows he's lost. Now he's trying to, instead of just humbling himself, say, okay, yeah, let's move on. I was wrong. Just move on. He's contradicting himself and showing to be lying, guys. He's literally lying. He's contradicting himself.
proves the Earth is flat. I didn't do that though. What this proves is that the sun can disappear above the horizon, and the real question is, do you think that horizon is Earth curvature?
So to address that, I didn't say that you indicated this proves the Earth is flat. I was asking you, how does it? And if it doesn't, you could say that, but that was my question. I didn't say that you claim that this video proves the Earth is flat. I indicated, how does this evidence support your proposition? I was asking you a question, how?
It was a rebuttal to your claim that the Earth has to be a sphere for it to disappear behind the horizon.
But that doesn't dispute.
But it's not.
That doesn't.
It's not exclusive
that doesn't
to...
rebut it.
We can accept.
It does.
We can accept that. We can accept perfectly what you've just shown as an actual phenomenon that we see, and it doesn't impact our model anyway.
Exactly.
Let's get
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
They're all begging the question here that horizon's physical.
Exactly. That's what I was just about to say. This is when you should tell them, okay, is the horizon optical or physical? This is where you get them. What's it? Come on. They've given you some hook, you know? Put the bait on, let them bite. They've given you some leeway. Give them on what is the horizon. Is it physical or is it optical? Come on. You can do it.
guys.
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know if you want to shift gears, but because we are showing that sunsets can work on a flat Earth and they can work on the globe, although we were just trying, there's other videos where the sun is disappearing above the horizon, which couldn't work on the globe.
Again, you are just got out of it. You got your leeway to get out of this argument.
The problem
you got it on
is,
screen. Yeah.
Witsit's short definition of horizon in his opening presentation.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just throwing it under the bus, really.
But maybe something that only can work on a globe, like the Earth is spinning. Do you guys have any evidence of that? That's exclusive to the globe. Not that it can work for both flat Earth and globe Earth, but exclusive to the globe.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, you can measure the differences in. You can measure the differences that we see from pinpoint stars.
And the
so like celestial navigation, which uses flat Earth. Okay, let's see if Witsit's gonna catch on to this. Come on, Witsit.
precession of planets, Venus, Mercury,
What?
and that multiple times.
The precession of planets has nothing
As
to do with the
planets
spin
are
of the...
moving
They can move across a flat Earth. But Witsit, why are you worrying about precession of planets when the guy just gave you an argument on a silver platter to debunk everything again? What the hell? He gave it to you on a silver platter. What is wrong with this guy?
cross.
I get interrupted every time I speak, I think, don't I? Is it every time I speak, or is it just
There's a little bit of interruption going back and forth.
All right,
here.
go ahead.
But,
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's try to get our points across before we inject. I promise everybody will get their chance to speak, I'm sure. Just hold on to your thoughts. So
the movement of the precession of the planets, and that's actually called retrograde, for example.
Ever cringe at those tricky...
No, I cringe at the arguments Witsit's just given. But I mean, he just gave him an argument on a silver platter, and he totally ignores it and goes on to David in space with precession of planets. Really?
Not because the spin of the Earth, that's the orbit.
That's not what I was saying. I'm saying from different points on the Earth, you're going to observe that planet in different positions, and you're going to observe stars in different positions based.
Yeah, it's called parallax, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Based on where you are on the Earth.
How does that prove the Earth is spinning?
Oh, it doesn't matter where you're on the Earth. Yes, it does, David. If I got let's say a lighthouse at the edge of a shore, and I stand on the east side of the coast and I see that lighthouse, it would be in a different position to me when I go and stand on the west side of the coast. Really? But anyway, I wonder what Witsit's gonna say. Hey TB, good to see you. Thanks for coming.
That proves that the Earth is a globe.
No, it doesn't.
She asked about
If it was
proving it
flat
spins.
and the stars were directly ahead, above, that wouldn't be the observations that we would see.
Yeah, it would actually, but that's not the point.
How
She asked,
would it?
how do you prove? Because we have an azimuthal grid of vision, which is how we make all.
Oh, again with this azimuthal grid of vision rubbish.
Yeah.
This grid he's talking about, guys, claims you can see 180 degrees behind you when your eyes are looking forward.
Ooh.
This is how stupid it is. And he gets it from the Earth Girth calculator thing where they're showing how it would bend light on a flat Earth, which is false. And he takes it as that's how it works. Really? This is so stupid. I thought we are going to be watching how dumb these two are, but at the moment these two with literally an IQ lower than Sean Hawkins, which is really impossible, is putting you in the dumpster, which tells you what? Really? This is embarrassing, Witsit. You started off so good.
Celestial measurements, but she asked, how do you prove the Earth is spinning?
Again, you can measure it against stars at long distance.
He's giving it to you again. Please take it now. Take it, Witsit. He's measuring stars. Okay? Please. Take it now.
Or
how does that
even
prove the
sun.
Earth is spinning?
Oh.
Wow.
This is frustrating.
Flat's toes are all curled up in his shoes.
Literally. I think this is why it'll never work if Witsit and myself have to team up on a debate.
Ooh, wow.
I would actually end up debating Witsit.
Yeah, you would. You would.
What the hell? Skeptic, nobody's IQ is lower than Sean Hawkins, period. Yeah, it's a bit difficult to have an IQ lower than a tuna sandwich. Oh wow.
Well, if you lock in on a singular point in the sky, let's say for this instance the sun, because it doesn't move relative to the Earth more or less. And
What?
you track.
What's 15 degrees an hour, Jake?
I know that's quite a bit of movement. Quite a bit of movement.
15 degrees an hour, Jake. What the bloody hell?
The only one star that can do that way.
Wow.
I'm sorry, but okay, well, this is cringe, guys.
No, that's established scientific fact. If you care to dispute
What
that one, I would
science?
love to see you.
What science? You didn't bring up any science to establish scientific fact.
Published. You point your measuring device at the star, and you can track its movement across the sky.
You just said it doesn't move. Now you can track its movement.
I know.
Hello.
Doesn't move that much in relativity to the Earth. I mean, come on. What are you tracking, dude?
He just said it doesn't move, and now he's saying you can track its movement. Across the sky, by the way. So yeah, the sun moves. Congratulations. Welcome to Flat Earth, Jake. What the?
And just through basic trigonometry, determine the amount.
He's giving it to you again. It's the third time. Please, Witsit. Please, trigonometry. Please. Oh, gonna make me bite my nails.
Of radial change over time,
So
which
Jake,
can indicate the spin of the Earth.
No, it doesn't.
So
Yes,
Jake, I
it
want to
does.
know. Jake, I want to know what if the stars and the objects in the sky are actually moving and the Earth is
Well, they are.
stationary?
But the Earth isn't stationary.
Just say you are measuring using a triangle.
You can't.
What is wrong with you, Witsit?
He can't. Because by Gerrans took that argument away.
Oh. Oh. What the damn? Ah.
Saying, what if the
Oh,
Earth
oh,
is stationary and the celestial things we see in the sky are actually rotating? Wouldn't we also observe the same thing? Wouldn't we also see them moving? So it's
in a
not
completely closed system, you could expect that, but
It's got nothing to do with a closed system, David. Absolutely bugger all to do with a closed system. Either it's moving or it's not. Closed or open system has bugger all to do with that. Wow.
because we don't live in a closed system and we have multiple variables across all of across multiple disciplines and across different measuring devices and everything.
Yeah, exactly, Richard. Well, it's like they're taking turns to see who can say the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was the moderator, I would have been laughing, Mark. I wouldn't be able to. Oh, wow.
Everything? Then no.
Right,
For instance, if the planet was stationary, then you would not have to do the type of orbital calculations you have to do for interplanetary missions.
Now he's taking you to space for interplanetary missions.
Yeah.
Let's see if you're gonna maybe now call him out on the thermodynamics argument. Witsit? Okay. Do you guys think he's going to? Give your votes. 1, Witsit's going to call him out on the law of entropy, or number 2, Witsit's going to now talk about orbits in Narnia. What are you guys gonna say?
I don't know. But I want to know why we're how far into this now?
We are now 46 minutes in.
And it's all been arguing about sky and not Earth.
Exactly. Oh, wow. I thought we were going to come and watch how stupid these two are. I mean, that's why Witsit started off really well. Thought, yeah, you're finally getting it. And then he literally takes the two stupidest people I've ever seen, making him look dumb. What does that tell you about yourself, Witsit?
He's let him sell their nonsense to him, hasn't he? That's what he's done.
Yeah.
He's bought into their bullshit.
Yeah, look at everybody's 2s. So yeah, I also think it's going to be 2 because this is how idiotic this guy is. Oh, wow. Okay, no faith in Witsit at all. Okay, let's get on.
Oh, wait. You just changed the topic though. So,
No, I didn't.
so
you're
talking. You're talking.
Hey, can you not interrupt a female, man? Thank you.
You're talking.
Can you
about,
not interrupt a female?
Just here.
You're talking about something
let Kai speak.
very. You're okay. So what I asked for was something exclusive to the globe, because we're making the argument. Well, the Earth is stationary. The stars are moving, and the sun is moving above us. So we're going to see the same thing. Isn't it called sidereal?
Sidereal rotation.
Sidereal rotation. So do you have direct measurement of the Earth itself moving?
Yes.
Name it.
Okay, yeah. Can we get that?
Yeah. Look at the solar probes that are in orbit of the sun that track.
He's giving it to you again, Witsit. Come on, man. Please. Please.
Back Earth to relay information back over the Deep Space Network.
Oh my gosh. Okay, even
That's
if
direct measurement.
No, even if solar probes were real, okay,
They are.
Even if they were, there's a kinematic and dynamic equivalence in both new.
Oh, 2. You guys were right. 2's all the way around. Kinematics.
Kinematic and dynamic. Oh, he just wanted to do that little bit of a.
I can just see how Nathan would swear like crazy now when he sees this, because I'm trying very hard to keep my composure here, and I mean I'm quite a calm guy.
Mm-hmm.
This is no Witsit. What the hell? I think I'm actually in the mood to Skype him and tell him, are you a dumb effing because we just watched this and you couldn't get anything right. I don't know, must I invite him to come and educate him on how to debate stupid people?
Oh, I don't know, unless you want excommunicated again for that.
Ah, yeah, I forgot we excommunicated from.
There's no. When they've got an agenda, mate, there's no speaking to them.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we are excommunicated from a community we were never part of, so.
Yeah. We're flat earthers, not true earthers.
I'm a god's earth,
But
mate.
they're starting to fall apart, this whole crew. I mean, did you guys see that latest video with the Morgul?
Yes.
And I think I know who that was referencing to, by the way.
Yeah.
It's quite sad. People making up shit that the Morgul pulled a knife or something on his wife or on their child, so they don't feel safe having him around. This is what's happening with these people. Yeah, because Christians don't have any value to New Ages. Very sad.
But do you know what I find strange about that with Margile? They were in FED chat a few times last week.
Yeah, well, Morgul, I got nothing against the guy.
No, I don't. Like,
He's
what I'm saying
obviously
is
had his problems.
What I'm saying is, it's funny. I mean, it could just be coincidence. Like, but he's in FED chat, and then now they're telling him he can't go to a Flat Earth meetup.
Exactly. Yeah. Because
why you'd want to go to one of these stupid conventions in the first place, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
it's almost cult-like, eh?
it is
Weird.
cult-like.
Yeah. Guys, do you want us to do a part 2 of this? Let me know. We can do part 2 tomorrow night. Like I said, I wanted to do my thermodynamics, but I just didn't have time to set the thing up. So I've decided what I'm going to do is on Tuesday, because I'm off Tuesday with the stream, I can work on that a bit, because it's actually my time I spend with my wife a bit and family. I'll take like half an hour off and just maybe try and do some of the presentation, and then present it Wednesday night, the thermodynamics, because I really do want to present it, and then I want Phil Bell to come and rebut it, if you'll be man enough to do it. We'll see.
Phil Bell be there if you're presenting, like.
Do you think he's just going to show up though? He hasn't spoken to me again since last time I told him he doesn't know what elastic collisions means.
What, since his skydiving debacle?
Yeah, since he's skydiving, where he says skydivers don't reach terminal velocity. Yeah.
But,
Tony and
yeah, I mean, he were here while, you know, on your show to present, so he should come back like he said he were gonna.
Yeah.
For you to present.
So I'm gonna invite him again for Wednesday then. And hopefully he shows up. But even if he doesn't show up, I'll do the presentation, and then hopefully he'll show up for a chat then.
Yeah.
Okay, let's carry on a bit. Okay, yeah, we can still go in about 10 minutes, guys, and then we'll do number 2 tomorrow.
Einsteinian mechanics, and you would be moving with the cosmos relative to the Earth, thus moving around it, and you would perceive the same motion because there's a kinematic and dynamic equivalence. It's called covariance and equivalence principle in relativity. If you deny it, you deny your own model. Secondly, when you brought up the parallax, which is what you're trying to say, the star's displacement is called parallax. Actually, that's because of orbit. That's because of orbit.
They wanted the thermo. Okay, I'll tell you what. We can do the thermodynamics tomorrow. I'm going to try and then do not a very in detailed presentation, but I'll give the important information. Does that sound fine to you guys? Is that fine? Because everybody's asking for thermodynamics.
Yeah, why would you not spend the time and do it properly and then not have all ballers attacking you?
No, it'll still be proper. It just won't be 2 hours long like Phil. I don't need 2 hours, that's for sure. I'll try my best to get it done by tomorrow night, guys. Okay, not making any promises, but I'm going to try my best. Just because you guys asked.
Yeah, it's a G. True earthers, man. True earthers.
Not because of the spin of the Earth.
Just 1 second there, guys.
Yeah, that's because of the Earth's alleged orbit, not because of the spin of the Earth.
Should we clarify the difference between the two?
So if the Earth is stationary, then how is it orbiting?
Okay, no.
What the hell? What?
No.
I'm having to correct your claim about your model. All right. Obviously, let me explain.
No, okay.
The
So
idea is-
if you're claiming parallax, it's due to an orbit that.
No. Parallax has got nothing to do with orbits. Parallax is simply your position to an object. Okay? That's it.
I mean, you experience parallax in a car. It has nothing to do with an orbit, is it?
Yo.
That doesn't exist. So what is the explanation for parallax?
Oh, okay. So now that we've dunked all over,
Let's see if Witsit's gonna understand what parallax is. Come, Witsit. Do it. Come on, explain to him what parallax is. Because if you just flip and did what we said in the beginning, he gave it to you on a silver platter, how did you measure these angles to get your orbits?
for your claim, now I'll address your diversion, which is we see the stars move in the sky. Your model claims that's an illusion, and the stars just look like they're moving in a circle in the sky because they're actually fixed relative to Earth, which is spinning, and we just can't tell that the Earth is spinning from the Earth. Over time, throughout the year, we see the stars slightly move and change position as they spin. You guys claim that's because the Earth orbits around the sun, which makes them look different. Of course, we could just say that they're moving, and that's why they look different. So your evidence that the Earth is moving around the sun is that the stars look like they're...
Along. Not true. Fool can offer a load of shit. Yeah. Okay. At the moment, I'm enjoying the chats more than what Witsit's talking about, because the guy's literally Narnia, talking about Narnia for no reason. This isn't a flat versus globe debate. This is, can we prove things in Narnia while we're trying to beg the question, we're in Narnia? And Witsit doesn't even... The guy asked him, what's parallax? And now Witsit can't even just answer what parallax is. I mean, come on.
They're moving, but they're not moving, which proves that the Earth is moving, but you can't detect that it's moving.
That's not
And that's
the
all
only
still,
evidence
man.
that the Earth moves around the sun. In addition to that, okay, so why would the stars in the northern and southern hemisphere be rotating in opposite directions?
That again. They don't all rotate in opposite directions, you bloody moron. This guy is literally stuck in 2014, guys. The same arguments. Do the stars rotate in opposite directions, guys?
No.
No.
Always east to west.
That's it.
Always east to west, no matter where you are on Earth.
So are we, every time that we refute one of the claims, are we just going to ignore them and then change and divert to another claim?
We're still talking about movement of the stars. How is that a diversion? We're talking about movement of the stars.
Can you acknowledge what we just said first, though?
What sounds to me like you sound a bunch of techno babble.
Yeah, like what was to be acknowledged there?
What?
Yeah, Witsit. It was word salad rubbish. So they don't have to address it. You are doing exactly what they do, making claims without any backup.
Look at grin on this Dave's face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he
Them
knows.
two shouldn't be smiling.
Exactly.
If you're winning them in an argument, they would not be smiling.
No, of course.
They're supposed to look stressed. What's it? Not happy. Okay, I think we're gonna end it here, guys. I can't take it. My heart's not gonna take it. This was insane.
So just ramped up.
Any closing? Oh well, we can't closing statements. I just got to show all the super chats again. Thanks, guys, for all your support. You guys rock. Really, really appreciate it. So, what are you guys' closing statements?
Well, what a shit show, really. Like you said, which started off very, very strong and progressively and quickly weakened, you know what I mean, and just started blithering a load of nonsense. So, what? They're all as bad as each other on there at the minute.
Yeah.
As QE would say it, the Jedi mind tricked him, I think.
Exactly. Just want to say thanks, guys, for coming. Yeah, hit the likes, share the show, and stay quickly on to watch the outro again. I think you guys will enjoy it. No, how dare you? So cheers, guys. I'll see you guys all tomorrow.
You wee funny you.
You,
All right.
you wee funny you. Okay, cheers, guys. Many blessings. Enjoy it. Bye.
See you all.
Watch it, guys.
How dare you, Station Earthers, tell me I'm wrong? How dare you come here claiming the Earth is not rising? No, I tell you, the Earth is moving. Moving, classes, moving. Stop your wee fanny rant. You have no way out. Stop being retarded. You are nothing but charlatans. Stop you station earthers. Stop or else. I'm sick of your shit. Just no. How dare you? Stop your wee fanny rant. You have no way out. Stop being retarded. You are nothing but charlatans. Stop you station earthers. Stop or else. I'm sick of your shit. Just no. How dare you? How dare you, Station Earthers, tell me I'm wrong? How dare you come here claiming the Earth is not rising? No, I tell you, the Earth is moving. Moving, causes moving. Moving, causes moving. Moving, causes moving. Stop your wee fanny rant. You have no way out. Stop being retarded. You are nothing but charlatans. Stop you station earthers. Stop or else. I'm sick of your shit. Just